We have been invited to the Nas summit that's happening for the first time in India in Bangalore. Creating content was never my end term goal कि I will create the content. और वो कॉमन है कि वो स्टूडेंट है कि यूट्यूब पे स्ट्राइक्स लगती हैं, लेकिन मेरे साथ ऐसा पहली बार था कि इंस्टाग्राम पे स्ट्राइक लगी है. इट वाज ऑलवेज देम, इट वाज नेवर मी. इफ देयर वाज सम गाय कि अगर सोचता कि यार इस वक्त कोई क्यों लॉन्च करेगा, अब तो तुम्हारे फॉलोअर्स कम हो रहे हैं, जब बढ़ोगे तभी होगा. जो हमारा डाउनफॉल हुआ उसको भी हमने एक कह सकते हैं अप फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट कर दिया. ना व्हेन आई एम सेइंग टेक्निकल सैपियन, इट्स नॉट मी, इट्स द कम्युनिटी. जब तक काम खत्म नहीं होगा मुझे नींद नहीं आएगी. और ऐसा नहीं कि मेरी बॉडी को नींद आएगी, मुझे नींद नहीं आएगी.
Ladies and gentlemen, today I have with me a very special guest. This is one person who I met in Mumbai and I was so inspired by his story. He started his community Technical Sapien 4 years ago in 2018, and today his community is in thousands of numbers and it stands so strong. He's doing a fantastic job and I am super delighted to welcome my dear friend Ashutosh on the show.
Thanks, Lai. Thanks a lot for this. For the invitation, and you have been doing great things. And when I met you, it was a great meeting. Such a nice personality, and it's awesome, man.
Man, Ashutosh, I still remember the first time you walked into the Tag Mango cohort. I did not know what to expect. I'll be very honest, I was not following you also. But when they said Technical Sapien, I just looked you up and I was immediately impressed. So I'm super thrilled for this episode. Looking forward for a very, very insightful episode, man.
Me too.
Now, Ashutosh, what brings you to Bangalore? Now, I know you're not originally from Bangalore. You're from Pune. You do most of your work from Pune. What brings you to Bangalore?
So in Bangalore, we have been invited to the Nas summit that's happening for the first time in India in Bangalore. So we have been invited to this where we met a lot of creators, entrepreneurs, and different marketing giants. And that was a great night that we build networks with the people, we communicate with the people, we make new friends, creators and all. So that was the thing that pulled me to the Bangalore.
Okay, awesome. So I mean, Nas Daily has been one of like the greatest content creators of all time. There is so much to learn from somebody like Nas. I want to know, this happened yesterday night, right? Like it just happened yesterday night right here in Koramangala. Yeah. So what was your biggest takeaway out of that entire meeting, networking? What was that one thing you learned?
So Nas has been the guy who has been taking videos from every angle, and every guy, like for example, if you are entering from the gate and he will be standing out there with the camera, hey, who are you? And he will be introducing like that. And he's the guy who is, taking out the beers and, distributing everyone, say, hey, take this beer, take this beer. Although he is some authority guy, even then he was distributing the beers to the common creators that are coming there. So that was the thing that realized that this is the gratitude that every creator or every successful person need to have in him. And of course, the adoption of the trend, whether it's be video formats, whether it's be the style of videos that he have gathered from so long, that inspired me, and that's the takeaway, that's the both that I have taken from that. And at that moment, I felt that now I do not need to take selfies with the creators and all that because I took my lessons from there.
Nice, man. And I think it's a very beautiful experience. I can relate to this because I kind of had the same when I went to Tag Mango cohort, right? I met you, I met 15, 20 other creators who are doing quite well. And again, like you have a realization, I try taking maximum amount of juice away from a session. Speaking of all of these things, I know for a fact that you are one person who started your content journey way earlier than most people in the country have started. Now, I know we're going to get to that. But at least for me, in comparison to people in Bangalore or people who are new to the content journey, 2018 is a very good time to start. Yep. Because your stock market, your bullish market actually happened in 2020 and it's a right time to
21 and 22.
Yeah, those two years. So tell me a little bit about why did you start creating content?
Okay, so creating content was never my end term goal. I will create the content. So basically, I was the guy who do not like Instagram. So and my friends and everyone were putting these pictures on Instagram, and I was not the guy. Even now, I am not putting my personal pictures on Instagram. So I simply did one thing. I just installed the Instagram. Everyone is doing, and I at that time I used to learn ethical hacking. So we have a cool setup. Hackers have the cool setup. So we just clicked a picture and posted out there, and people looked it cool, and they just liked it and commented it's a cool setup. And you know, as a hacker need to be cool, and a hacker need to be show off their skills. So similarly, we started showing off these things on stories, and people liking the thing. And then when people you know, asking ki, how are you doing that? So similarly, we started putting the story ki, I'm doing this, for example, hashcat, a kind of tool. So a hashcat, doing hashcat thing, doing metasploit. So these kind of things we have introduced, and people then showed the curiosity. Okay, we also want to learn that. And at that point, that clicked in our mind ki, yaar, this is the thing that we are doing, and I think we can teach these things to the people, and we can form a community. You know, community was never be the again anthem goal. You know, hackers have a, you can say, a clan or a group.
Okay.
For example, Anonymous. Anonymous is a group of hackers, and there are also some hackers called Lizard Group, and so we also have that curiosity कि यार हमारा भी एक group होगा.
Yeah.
And in that sake, we started forming a community of same-minded people, the hackers, and then time by time that community has been grown up to more people, and then not everyone was a hacker, but everyone was a tech or geek. So हमारे पास वो भी मिले, programmers भी आए. So programmers, hackers, even marketers, then designers, and then we started the community of nearly from every niche.
Okay.
From every niche, and that's where we have this thing here in our community. हमारे पास हर तरह के लोग हैं, and at that time it's a very challenging for us कि अब किस तरह का content दिया जाए, because some are hackers, some are programmers, some are designers. So we focused on the core thing कि इन सब skills के होते हुए भी उनके अंदर क्या एक चीज़ common है, और वो common है कि वो student है. So that's the thing that we have clicked कि हम student focused content बनाते हैं. तो हमने student focused content just बनाना शुरू किया, and at that time there was no carousels. Reels भी अब आए हैं, पहले carousels भी नहीं थे इतने, और single image post उस वक्त डलते थे. And at that time, I still, when I look at those posts, I was like, यार कितना गंदा डिजाइन बनाया था मैंने.
I think every content creator has that. No, oh my God, was it this that I was doing? You know, yeah. True.
So at that time, we just, you know, took a picture from internet, and, you know, just gave a description of it. This is the thing. This is a fact, a tech fact. Then you need to know, and that's it. And people started loving those things, because even at that time, no one was doing that. So people started loving that, and time by time, we started adopting new trends, new things. For example, carousels came, and we started building carousels. And when you started building carousels, it was always a curiosity for me. कि यार, I mean, there was a design pattern in carousels that I used to follow. अगर आपने notice किया होगा कि एक पूरा image होता है जो पूरी 3 slides में distribute हो जाता है.
Correct. It's like a collage.
Collage, हाँ, it's like a collage. So मैं उसको पूरा बनाता था, और बस मेरा एंड गोल ये होता था कि जब ये बना के मैं पोस्ट करूंगा तो वो दिखेगा कैसा. मुझे मतलब नहीं था कि लाइक्स कितने लाइक्स आएंगे, कितने कमेंट्स आएंगे, क्या लोग करेंगे. मेरे को वो देखना था कि पोस्ट करके अब दिखना है कैसे वाला है वो. तो दैट वाज माय एंड गोल. और ये वही होता है कि लव, मतलब जिस भी चीज़ को तुम जिस पे भी तुम काम करते हो, उसको जब तुम बहुत इतना प्यार देते हो तो वो सच में बहुत अच्छा दिखता है.
Very true.
एंड दैट्स द थिंग वेयर आई एक्सक्लूडेड द एक्सपेक्टेशंस फ्रॉम माय वर्क, क्योंकि मुझे लाइक्स वगैरह की एक्सपेक्टेशंस हुई नहीं फिर उस चीज़ से, बिकॉज आई लव दैट वर्क मेकिंग carousels and always new images, new graphics, and always those things.
Now, you told us how you started this entire thing, right? Now, today you have a successful community of, like, I should say, on Instagram you have close to 500,000 followers.
Yeah, it's almost 6 lakh people.
Okay, 6 lakh people, and I'm sure you're just getting started with the story that I know what you've told me. Now, I want to understand, many people start making content. You just told us how you started doing content. The biggest part of starting content is not the start. After the start, you face certain challenges, right? It could be, again, you said you're not bothered about likes, but most people are bothered about likes, their engagement, or maybe you can think about what challenges I also face. Like, I'll be thinking, okay, I'll put out content, but what if people can't relate to it, right? So each one has their own challenge. What were some of the challenges you went through?
Okay, so the challenges that I personally faced in my journey, throughout this journey, was in August 2020, on 22 August 2020. So that was the thing कि we post a video, and it was related to hacking, because we were from hacking, so we posted a content about it, and according to community guidelines of Instagram, that was deleted. एंड इट वाज द वेरी फर्स्ट टाइम, बिकॉज अब तक हमने सुना था कि यूट्यूब पे स्ट्राइक्स लगती हैं, लेकिन मेरे साथ ऐसा पहली बार था कि इंस्टाग्राम पे स्ट्राइक लगी है, वो पहली बार मैंने सुना था। एंड द थिंग कि अगर आपको इंस्टाग्राम पे स्ट्राइक लगती है तो आपके पोस्ट एक्सप्लोर में जाने बंद हो जाते हैं। हैशटैग्स की रीच आती है लेकिन वो ना के बराबर आती है। और अगर आपकी पोस्ट एक्सप्लोर में नहीं जा रही, मतलब आप नए लोगों तक नहीं पहुंच रहे, मतलब आपके फॉलोअर्स भी नहीं बढ़ रहे, आप ग्रो नहीं कर रहे हैं। और इंस्टाग्राम की मैट्रिक्स के अकॉर्डिंग हमारी एक अनफॉलोइंग रेट होती है, मतलब जिस रेट से लोग हमें अनफॉलो करते हैं और फॉलो करते हैं, तो अक्सर ये होता है कि हमारी फॉलोइंग रेट ज़्यादा होती है और अनफॉलोइंग रेट कांस्टेंट रहती है। लेकिन अगर हम ग्रो ही नहीं कर रहे और अनफॉलोइंग रेट अभी भी कांस्टेंट है, तो मतलब अब हम डाउन होते जाएंगे, अब हमारी फॉलोइंग जो है कम होती जाएगी। एंड दैट्स अ थिंग दैट हैपेंड टू अस। वी वर एट 120K एंड देन within just 10 months we came to 113K because of
Okay.
this strike. And that's the difficult challenge for me, to engage the community even when I know that we are not gonna grow even if we are putting the best content. So at that point I thought some ideas ki how to make people engaging. So the core idea that came to my mind was to make a series. You know, at that time Instagram introduced guides. सो एट दैट टाइम आई इंट्रोड्यूस कि यार हमारे पास सारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं और मोस्टली ना सब टेक बैकग्राउंड से आते हैं, कॉलेज स्टूडेंट्स हैं, तो हम क्यों ना इनके साथ ऐसा करें कि एक गाइड्स बना दे, ताकि हमें चाहिए सेव्स और शेयर्स चाहिए। इंस्टाग्राम का मैट्रिक्स सेव और शेयर पे ज़्यादा काम करता है। तो हमने क्या किया, गाइड्स बनाए प्रोग्रामिंग के, नेटवर्किंग के, जो हम कोर सब्जेक्ट्स पढ़ते हैं अपने कॉलेज में, तो नेटवर्किंग के, प्रोग्रामिंग के, इवन करियर बिल्डिंग के, इवन फ्रीलांसिंग के और फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी के, हमने इनकी गाइड्स बनाई, पोस्ट की, हमने पूरा शेड्यूल बनाया कि किस तरह से हम कितने दिन का बनाएंगे। तो इट वाज लाइक कि हम 6 महीने का कंटेंट हम प्लान कर चुके थे और 6 महीने के पूरे क्राउजल्स हमने बना के रेडी रखे हैं अब। मतलब टाइम बाय टाइम हमने सब रेडी कर दिया और हमें पता है कि हम वी आर लेफ्ट आउट ऑफ एक्सपेक्टेशन। हमें पता है कि एक भी फॉलोअर नहीं बढ़ने वाला, उल्टा रोज 10-20 कम होने वाला है। बट इवन देन we have to put the content just to engage the community, because अगर आज हमने सोचा कि यार 10 महीने बाद ये लाइव होएगा, मतलब हमारा एंगेजमेंट वापस आएगा, तो 10 महीने बाद पोस्ट करते हैं। लेकिन अगर 10 महीने बाद पोस्ट करेंगे तो एंगेजमेंट जीरो हो चुकी होगी उस वक्त। तो जस्ट टू रिवाइव और टू मेक दैट एंगेजमेंट अलाइव, we need to post that content 10 months consistently without any expectation, without even growing a single follower.
I have a question here, Ashutosh. Now, a lot of people, if they were in your position, wouldn't have done that, right? They might have thought, okay, what is there in it for me? I don't see growth. But I like the aspect that you said, even if it's a long term, we will still go out there and put content, because you have that faith and belief in your community and in your content making skill. Now, speaking about this community, right? Like you told us, like this was one moment where you had a downfall. Do you feel that during these downfalls, it's your community that has gotten you through all of these things?
Yeah, of course. This was the community itself who is trying to support me. Ki, no, do not give up. We are here for you. It was always them. It was never me. So I always tell this to my people ki whenever I felt ki my community is not that much engaging, or whenever my community is getting bored of the new trends, of the new technology, I will definitely give up on that day when my community give up on my content. I will definitely give up on that day, and I hope that day will never come. And I will make sure that day will never come. So that's the thing. My community was always supporting, and it was so supporting ki at that time when the number of followers were when followers were decreasing, at that point we launched our some few memberships. I mean, if there was some guy कि अगर सोचता कि यार इस वक्त कोई क्यों लॉन्च करेगा, अब तो तुम्हारे फॉलोअर्स कम हो रहे हैं, जब बढ़ोगे तभी होगा। लेकिन एट दैट टाइम आई थिंक जो होता है ना अच्छे के लिए होता है। तो वो जो हमें एक पोज मिला कि अब हम ग्रो नहीं कर रहे हैं, लेकिन जितने हैं अब हमें उन्हीं से बात करनी है, तो हमने उस एक टाइम में ना हमने उन्हीं से इतनी ज़्यादा बात कर ली कि अब हमने उसको इतना बैकबोन बना दिया अपनी कम्युनिटी का।
Nice.
तो अगर अब जो नए फॉलोअर्स भी आने वाले हैं ना, अगर वो भी एंगेज नहीं करते, ये 120 के अभी भी हैं हमारे पास, तो हमारा कंटेंट अब नेक्स्ट फॉलोअर्स पे डिपेंड है ही नहीं। जो मैंने कम्युनिटी जो 10 महीने का टाइम मिला, जिस 10 महीने मुझे उन्हीं लोगों से कनेक्ट करना था, इंटरेक्ट करना था, मैंने 10 महीने में एकदम फ्रेंड टू फ्रेंड कनेक्ट किया सबसे।
Nice. Like how? Give me an example if you can.
फ्रेंड टू फ्रेंड एज अ कि उनके पर्सनल डाउट्स related to career, related to even their personal life. If someone is saying कि यार I have this family problem, parents को कैसे मनाऊं, financial problems हैं, so I will say हाँ, of course मैं इतना मतलब deep explanation तो सबको नहीं दे सकता, लेकिन I will say कि यार try freelancing, grab some skill, try freelancing. So these are the common things that I can give advice to the people. So these are the things, like replying in comments, replying in DMs. These are the most common things that build engagement. Even now, if I give you the example, and I was telling before, ki, when I came to this Bangalore, and I was living in the ghost stops. So one follower, I don't know how he got to know about this, but he just get to know कि I'm living in the ghost stops, and he came there and he was sitting there like वो बहुत पहले आके बैठ चुका है वहाँ पे कि मैं आने वाला हूँ और नहीं मैं निकलने वाला हूँ, मैं हम भी इवेंट के लिए निकलने वाले हैं और वो पहले आके बैठ चुका है कि वो निकलने वाला है तो मैं मिल के जाऊँगा इनसे. And that at that time I got that click यार, this is the community we have made. And I think that period that जहाँ पे हम grow नहीं कर रहे थे, जहाँ पे strike लगी थी, I think that's the period where we have built this engagement. मुझे लगता है अगर वो हम नहीं रुकते ना वहाँ पे, अगर वो स्ट्राइक नहीं लगती तो शायद हम ग्रो करते रहते, लेकिन हमारी कम्युनिटी का एंगेजमेंट ना बढ़ता.
करेक्ट.
तो जो हमारा डाउनफॉल हुआ उसको भी हमने एक कह सकते हैं अप फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट कर दिया, मतलब क्या बोलते हैं, आपदा को अवसर में कन्वर्ट कर दिया. सो दैट्स द थिंग वी हैव क्रिएटेड विद द स्ट्राइक्स आल्सो. So that's the most challenging part that we have faced in community building.
So bro, I also feel in this phase, in that 10 months ka phase that you had, rather than going width, you went depth, right? You said, I have these 1 lakh people, I will go connect with them. It's okay even if I don't get more people, let me make my bond stronger. And today, that I feel is the backbone of what you're doing and growing, right? Yep. So tell me about a little more about your community, as to how you are trying to add value to them, apart from your usual tips and all of these things that you're giving. How are you building these communities, and why is it important for an aspiring content creator to have a community like this?
So basically, I mean, the community itself tells in its definition that it's for the people, it's for the community. When I'm saying that, for example, if I'm Digital Ashutosh, for example, I'm Digital Ashutosh, it's me, it's my name, it's personal branding. When I'm saying Technical Sapien, it's not me, it's the community. So when I'm saying Technical Sapien, it's the community. I'm giving the credits to the people. I'm not saying the content is made by me or everything has been made by me. I'm saying that it's been made by the community. So the first thing that when we say the community, it's always for the people and to the people. And that's where the community times came in. कि जब हम community बनाते हैं तो हमें बहुत चीज़ों का ख्याल रखना पड़ता है. उनकी expectations, of course हमारी expectations नहीं है, लेकिन वो तो common human है ना, उसकी तो expectations होंगी. तो we have to take care of their expectations, whether वो हमें बताए भी या नहीं बताए, हमें वो पता करनी होगी क्योंकि हमें उसकी नब्ज़ पकड़नी है. तो at that time we should know कि अभी अगर उसके placements चल रहे हैं तो हमें उससे related content उनको देना है. अगर अभी वो free है, जैसे होते हैं कुछ dead months आते हैं college time period में, तो इस वक्त उसको कुछ नई skills सिखाते हैं, या कोई ऐसा टाइम पीरियड आता है जहाँ पे उसको पैसों की ज़रूरत पड़ती है, तो वहाँ पे उसको कुछ ना फाइनेंस का बताते हैं कि इस तरह तुम पैसे कमा सकते हो. तो हमने पूरे ईयर में ऐसे कोई भी सीज़न नहीं छोड़ा जहाँ पे प्लेसमेंट है तो प्लेसमेंट का कंटेंट दिया, जहाँ पे उनको पैसों की ज़रूरत हुई तो पैसों वाला कंटेंट दिया. तो वी फॉर्मुलेटेड आवर कंटेंट इन दैट वे. तो इन दैट वे वी गेव द वैल्यू टू आवर कम्युनिटी. और अभी तो ये बात हुई कि सिर्फ हम कम्युनिटी को वैल्यू दे रहे हैं. अभी हम क्या करना चाहते हैं कि जो कम्युनिटी में लोग हैं अब वो वॉलंटियर हमें करना शुरू करें. लाइक अभी भी लोग कर रहे हैं. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल द डिस्कॉर्ड दैट वी हैव मेड, मुझे डिस्कॉर्ड का टेम्पलेट बनाना नहीं आता. everything that the Discord template and the Discord managers, so everything has been done by our community. और मैंने किसी को हायर नहीं किया, वो लोग खुद से आए मेरे पास कि we need to volunteer our community as a Discord manager. ठीक है, कर लो भाई. तो they made the Discord, so they are managing our Discord. There are people who are managing our Telegram. There are people who are managing our scenes on the co-host. So we have not hired anyone. So everyone was a volunteer working in our community. They are happy with us. They are learning new things. They are connecting with more people via our connections.
Super, man. I think it's quite fascinating that today your community is such that it's a very proactive community. The energy level is very high, right? And I feel the step that you want to go ahead and do something bigger with the community with your wild initiative that you're coming is something that I am super excited about. Now, So Ashutosh, one of the things that I do is I work with a lot of students, just like how you have a community of students. And I feel today, because we are talking and we have our own experience, we can bring out a couple of problems and see why and how these problems are occurring and see how we can possibly get solutions. What is that one most commonly frequently asked question or problem that you come across in your community? Because I keep getting a lot of problems. I see them lost when I meet students in colleges. What is that problem that you come across?
So the most common problem among students, which I feel that they have, is the clarity of their career.
Okay.
You know, they have interest in so many fields, whether it's be app development, web development, data science, but they don't exactly know what career to pursue for the last goal. So there is a thing कि like there are so many students who tell me कि यार मुझे graphic designing अच्छा लगता है, और at the same time he also fascinated with the field of development. There may be different reasons. हो सकता है development उनको पैसे की वजह से अच्छा लग रहा because they have a good income there, and for some reasons they have like there are different reasons for the selection of different careers, whether it's to be your personal interest, whether it's to be your monetary interest. There may be personal reasons, but at one point, every student has this dilemma in their life where they face this problem of the clarification of their career, which field to choose. So what I feel like, I also the same guy. I also learned app development, web development, ethical hacking. So I was into so many different things. So I was also fascinated by different careers, and certainly, what I realize is that being into one particular career is really important for you to grow on a longer perspective. How?
Yeah, how do you do it?
So basically, what they can do, like for me, it worked for me. What I did, I did web development for 2 months. I did app development for 2 months. So in 2 months करके आठ 10 महीने में I hold the knowledge of different domains. And after looking at back, I came to know कि यार content creation is the best thing I can do.
Makes sense.
Because this is the thing that I love. मतलब ये वो चीज़ है जिसके लिए मेरे साथ ऐसा कनेक्शन है कि मुझे रात को नींद नहीं आएगी जब तक मेरा काम खत्म नहीं होगा, ना कि मेरी बॉडी मुझे ज़बरदस्ती अलाउ करेगी और मेरे को नींद आए चलो सो जाता हूँ. नहीं 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 नहीं, जब तक काम खत्म नहीं होगा मुझे नींद नहीं आएगी. और ऐसा नहीं कि मेरी बॉडी को नींद आएगी, मुझे नींद नहीं आएगी. सो व्हेन आई क्लिक दैट कि ये वो काम है जिसमें मुझे मज़ा आता है, नींद नहीं आती है, भूख नहीं लगती है, प्यास नहीं लगती है, यही तो वो चीज़ है.
करेक्ट.
सो इन लाइक स्टूडेंट्स बहुत चीज़ों में कंफ्यूज हो सकते हैं, क्योंकि ऐसा होता है ना कि जब हम कोई करियर को जस्ट किसी भी स्किल्स को पकड़ते हैं ना, स्टार्टिंग में फैसिनेशन में हम उसमें बहुत डीप डाइव कर जाते हैं और हर चीज़ हमें ऐसी लगती है कि यही तो चाहिए था.
करेक्ट.
ऐसा होता है. लेकिन उसको अगर हम 2 महीने करके देखें तो पता चलता है कि क्या कैन वी ग्रैब दैट बेस, द पोटेंशियल इट हैज़, क्या हम वो कैचअप कर पाएंगे. तो आई थिंक व्हाट इट्स माय पर्सपेक्टिव.
मेक सेंस.
इट्स माय पर्सपेक्टिव कि ऐसा नहीं है कि हमें पूरा नेग्लेक्ट ही कर देना चाहिए हर करियर फील्ड को. एटलीस्ट यू मस्ट एक्सप्लोर दैट सेक्शन एटलीस्ट फॉर 1 month, एटलीस्ट हैव अ बेसिक नॉलेज ऑफ दैट. So
I like that answer that you just said. You said explore now. I was just going to say experiment, right? Experiment 10 things. Like it's like your thali. Experiment, you pick what you like the best and you realize what does not let you sleep at night and then you double down on it. You focus on it.
Exactly. That's happening with most of the successful people. Ki they of course when you look at the stories of those people who are working in McDonald's and now they have ventures out of them. So McDonald's was not the thing that was making them कि उनको नींद नहीं आ रही है. That was the thing that was making them feel alive basically. So students always need to explore and as you said experiment those things with the what I prefer is to make small projects.
Okay, nice.
So
that's nice.
That's the practical approach what I did. So I made few website, I made few apps, and आफ्टर सर्टेन टाइम आई फेल्ट कि यार ठीक है बना तो, लेकिन इसमें मज़ा नहीं आएगा. आगे मैं इसको करूँगा तो मेरे को वो किक नहीं आएगा. सो देयर बाय देयर आई ट्राइड डिफरेंट नीशेस, आई ट्राइड डिफरेंट डोमेन्स, एंड एट वन पॉइंट इतना सब कुछ एक्सप्लोर करके ना समझ आ जाता है. अब हो सकता है कि ये एक्सप्लोरेशन टाइम किसी के लिए ज़्यादा हो सकता है, 1 साल 2 साल 3 साल हो सकता है, लेकिन अगर एक बार गलत फील्ड में फंस गए ना तो फिर लाइफ रोबोट जैसी बन जाएगी. तो बेटर होगा कि find that skill which do not allow you to sleep. That's your skill, that's your domain basically. So that's the last message I would say कि यार एक्सप्लोर तो करो सब कुछ एक्सप्लोर करो, लेकिन लास्ट में एक ना एक ऐसी चीज़ को अपने ढूंढ लो, जल्दी उसको ढूंढ लो जिसको तुम अपनी लाइफ में लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए परस्यू करने वाले हो.
Makes sense.
Exploration is everything.
I attended India's first blue chip NFT launch by a Bangalore-based artist called Prasad Bhatt. This was in, I think, either Andheri or Bandra. We went to a very nice pub. It was crazy, and it was called Desi Baby.
Okay.
Okay, so and this guy is also the creator of the Indian what is that? Bored Ape.
Okay. Bored Ape.
Bored Ape. So he created the Indian Bored Ape, right? So he's that artist, and he launched this NFT, and I was like so amazed. The fact that everybody who attended that event, I think I was the oldest. I'm 25. Everybody was 18, 19, 20. That's all. It was crazy. And man, I'm still trying to understand what NFT is. I know how it acts as an art form. I know it's a piece of technology, but I don't know anything beyond that. But I know for a fact that you've launched your own NFT and put it across to your community. And you told us, you gave us a wonderful educational session about the same back at Tag Mango in Mumbai. Give us a little bit of insight about what is NFT and why did you get into it?
Okay, so basically, when we are talking about this Web3 and blockchain and all, the term NFT that I've introduced is basically means for non-fungible tokens. Or if I explain it in more simple way or in layman terms, so for example, if you have a painting, or if you have, for example, a painting of Mona Lisa, that's the most common example. So if you have the painting of Mona Lisa, and if you click the picture of it, and that doesn't mean that you own the Mona Lisa painting, and you cannot post it, this is my painting. You cannot do it because the original Mona Lisa painting is held in that museum or held in that place itself. So that particular place is that authority of the or that particular place is the authority of the Mona Lisa कि यहाँ पे Mona Lisa की painting रखी गई और यही एक original painting है. So basically NFTs कुछ ऐसा concept है जिसमें हम किसी भी आर्ट वर्क को कॉपी नहीं कर सकते. इट होल्ड्स अ पर्टिकुलर ऑथराइजेशन और ये एक ऐसा वैलिडेशन देता है कि ये आर्ट वर्क बिलोंग्स टू यू और इट कैन नॉट बी कॉपीड. सिमिलरली इफ यू होल्ड द पर्टिकुलर टोकन और डिपेंड्स ऑन द टाइप ऑफ नेटवर्क इट हैज़, सो इट ऑल्सो टेल्स यू कि आप ही इसके मालिक हो और आप इसके ओरिजिनल ओनर हो. So you cannot copy it just by screenshotting. For example, the board apps, I cannot claim. और even now अगर मैं ऐसा करूँ कि मेरे को जैसे बोर्ड ऐप का वो मिला है, अब उसकी पिक्चर्स कोई भी डाउनलोड कर सकता है, लेकिन मैं ऐसा नहीं कर सकता कि मैं उसकी पिक्चर डाउनलोड करके आज ही ओपन सी पे डाल दूँ और सेम नेम डाल दूँ और ये बोर्ड ऐप बन जाएगा. नहीं, वो नहीं हो सकता क्योंकि ब्लॉकचेन पे वो ऑलरेडी रजिस्टर्ड है एक पर्टिकुलर हैश से. तो एक पर्टिकुलर हैश जो उसकी आईडी है वो उसको रिप्रेजेंट करती है कि दिस इज द ओरिजिनलिटी ऑफ दिस आर्ट वर्क, दिस इज द ओरिजिनलिटी ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर NFT. So that's where the concept of non-fungible came. कि इसको जैसे the fungible means the basically the currency we are using. For example, ये 10 का नोट है और ये भी एक 10 का नोट है, दोनों की वैल्यू सेम है, हम एक्सचेंज भी कर सकते हैं. लेकिन NFTs में ऐसा नहीं है, हम उनको एक्सचेंज नहीं कर सकते क्योंकि दोनों की वैल्यू डिफरेंट है, दोनों की यूटिलिटीज डिफरेंट है. जब हम बात करते हैं यूटिलिटीज़ की तो डिपेंड करता है कि हमारी NFT किस तरह की है. फॉर एग्जांपल अगर मुझे आर्ट वर्क का शौक है तो मैं एक मोनालिसा की NFT खरीद सकता हूँ, या कोई भी ऐसी NFT जो मुझे आर्ट देख के अच्छा लग रहा है कि बहुत अच्छी पेंटिंग है या जो कुछ भी है. लेकिन जब हम बात करते हैं यूटिलिटीज़ की तो NFTs यहाँ पे एक लेवल ऊपर ले जाती हैं विद देयर यूटिलिटीज़ एंड एप्लीकेशंस. सो फॉर एग्जांपल अगर हम आज कहें कि हमारी एक NFT लॉन्च है जो कि ऑफ कोर्स एक आर्ट वर्क होगा, तो इफ़ यू ऑन दैट पर्टिकुलर NFT you can have the access to our premium courses, you can have the access to our meetups and Zoom sessions and personal one-on-one sessions. So now this token or this particular NFT is going to be the access of a particular type of content or the particular type of a set of content, you can say.
So it's like a membership card with a serial number on it, and only you possess it, and no matter who has it in the world, only you can use it.
Yes. Even if you copy that now, that doesn't make any sense because it has been registered or it has been functioned on the blockchain. So you cannot copy it, you cannot iterate it. So that's the beauty of NFT came up with, and utility and NFT with utilities are more like for me. I don't very much into these artifacts and all such like Mona Lisa and all such things. But utilities based NFTs are the best thing because as of now, if you analyze, 95% of NFTs will be dead just because they just simply click the pictures or they just simply made the pictures and there are no such utilities. They simply said कि ये एक particular मतलब ये एक the कुछ भी बोल दे कि exclusive है ये ऐसा है, but what utilities you are giving with them? For example, if you are a board app या club you have, so ये there must be कि यार आपको पार्टी में आपको बुलाया जाएगा, so there is a particular utility or invitation with that.
Yeah, makes sense.
So similarly, when we are coming with our NFT or when there is an any NFT, there should be a utility with that, and that NFT totally makes sense कि हाँ इसको खरीदने से मेरा कुछ फायदा होगा और मुझे कुछ access मिलेगा, कुछ तो मिलेगा. So that's where the concept of NFT came, and that's where we also introduced into this NFT game, and we also launched our NFT collection called Wildcard. जहाँ पे हमने थोड़ा NFT को थोड़ा हमने गेम चेंज कर दिया इसका. अभी तक क्या होता है कि it's just because इंडियन ऑडियंस, क्योंकि इंडियन ऑडियंस अब Web3 और NFTs वगैरह को इतनी जल्दी एक्सेप्ट नहीं कर पा रही है, तो हमने उनके साथ ज़बरदस्ती की है एक्सेप्ट करने के लिए. तो हमने NFT को थोड़ा पलट दिया है. अभी तक क्या होता था कि आपको एक NFT आप एक NFT खरीदते थे और उसके साथ आपको यूटिलिटीज़ मिलती थी. तो अब आपकी जो वैल्यू है वो NFT रिप्रेजेंट करते कि इस NFT की वैल्यू इतनी है. हमने इस चीज़ को पलट दिया. हम क्या कर रहे हैं कि जो वैल्यू NFT के बाद हमें मिलती थी हमने वो वैल्यू पहले दी है और अब ये बोल दिया कि इसके साथ ये NFT भी मिलती है. तो हमने उस गेम को पूरा पलट दिया है और हम वैल्यू पहले शोकेस कर रहे हैं. इट एक्ट्स लाइक अ टेस्टिमोनियल फॉर अस. तो अब लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, अगर हम जैसे अभी हमने एक पायलट रन टेस्ट किया तो ऑलमोस्ट 2000 पीपल हैव बॉट दैट.
Wow.
So 2000 people have now know the value of the content that we are giving. And now they know कि अगर हमारे पास ये NFT होगी तो अब हम भी ये एक्सेस कर पाएंगे because we have already raised the value, जिसको बोलते हैं ना फ्लोर प्राइस बढ़ाना. हमारा जो फ्लोर प्राइस है वो हमारा कंटेंट जो हमने है ना अब हमारा वो हो चुका है. तो हमने NFT को थोड़ा रिवर्स खेला और हमने वैल्यू पहले उनको दिखाई, ना कि NFT दे के फिर उनको बताया कि ये तुम्हें मिल सकता है. हमने पहले वैल्यू दी और उसके बाद बोला कि ये NFT से मिल सकता है तुम्हें. तो अब इससे हमारे NFT के ओनर्स पहले तो लिमिटेड है, तो इससे एक फोमो भी क्रिएट होता है लोगों के अंदर. प्लस अब ये हमारी NFT की डिमांड और ज़्यादा बढ़ा देगा और क्योंकि सप्लाई कम है तो अब इसकी वैल्यू और फ्लोर प्राइस और ज़्यादा बढ़ेगी. और जस्ट बिकॉज इट्स लिमिटेड और मतलब हमने इतने सारे गेम एक साथ खेले हैं तो एक्सप्लेनेशन सारा करना एक साथ मुश्किल है. लेकिन अब क्या होगा कि हमें इसको बेचना नहीं पड़ेगा, लोग इसको बेचेंगे जस्ट बिकॉज दे वांट टू अर्न और दे वांट टू मार्केट इट और बिकॉज दे आर कमिंग विद अ वैल्यू विद इट. सो अब people are going to sell it. I'm not gonna sell it. Of course, I'm getting a 10% royalty from that. So the game is like that. We made the NFT collection. We reversed the value system in NFT. That's here. And now every people will be selling their own NFT, and we are not basically forcing anyone कि यार बेचो हमारी वैल्यू भी बढ़ेगी तभी. नहीं, उनको पता है कि इसकी वैल्यू इतनी है, मुझे बेच के मेरे को भी फायदा मिला तो वो खुद बेचेगा. So that's where the system we came to this new concept. It's an test, and we got a huge success with that. And in next version, we are going to basically introduce this concept to the full-fledged our community with the 6 lakh people, and introduce this concept to the whole community. Yeah, you can also do this.
Wow.
So that's what we are heading on.
Man, that is super impressive. I am all waiting for what's going to happen with you guys. Man, it's very fascinating because I come from the same school of thought, but maybe my expertise does not exist in Web 3.0, but I definitely know that's the future. That's where I also have to head. It's great to see what you've been doing, and before I let you go off my show, I want to ask you one question, and this could be a very, very, very commonly asked question in a job interview. I want to know your take on it. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? What's the ultimate dream?
So basically, what's my dream through this content journey is basically to make students. What's my goal in the college itself? I'm going to make every student's goal in the college. So what's my goal for this community for the longer run, whether it's be 5 years or 10 years, it will be to make students financially independent in college itself. At the same time, they should learn something insightful so that they can make career out of it. So it's not like we are making courses or we are providing them some things. Our content is free. They can learn it from anywhere. So basically, we are guiding them. We are basically giving them directions to learn new things, to earn from new methods, whether it's be fiat, whether it's be crypto. So we basically we now we are building a platform, if I would reveal. So we are building a platform where if a college students enter into the college in the first year, he or she should have that application or he should be on that platform, and throughout that platform we will be helping them in their college notes or in their college stuff, whether it be assignments, college notes, or in any kind of thing, whether it be like there are so many websites which are helping students in programming and all such kind of things. So we will be helping them all in all these aspects for completely free, no charges for that. And at the same time, when they will be going through their placement session, so we will also help them in a placement thing also. And similarly, the last goal is to become financially independent. So it's like a buddy, or it's like a friendly app for the students which they cannot uninstall in these 4 years. They have to be in their mobile phone. So this is the end goal that we have, making students learn new tech, new domains, and at the same time being financially independent without having the burden of placements.
Wow. I think, man, Ashutosh, you are on a very good journey. And the best part is you're not just helping people learn, but also earn at the same time. And I'm sure as you progress in this journey, I hope you get much more success. I hope your community just expands towards the world. And I'm looking forward to working with you in many ways and learning from you in multiple aspects. It's been a pleasure, my friend. Thank you for coming onto my show.
Thanks for inviting me.
Let's do another part of this sometime when you're in Bangalore and when I'm in Pune.
Definitely.
It's been a great time. Thank you. And I don't even realize like we've crossed a lot of time doing this. And thank you once again.
Thanks, man. Thanks for inviting me, and this is a wonderful experience I have on this podcast. And you guys are doing great job with the posts you have, and best of luck for your journey also.
Thanks, buddy.